saying. The plan today, as every Tuesday for the past couple of weeks and for many weeks to go hopefully, is to have a look at the new Morrowind mod released on the Nexus. I only look at the Nexus for the stream simply because that's where most people tend to put their mods. I mean, there's still a few people that put their mods on Great House Fligety. There's the Assimilation Lab as well, occasionally on Morrowind Modding History, but this is where you get most of them, and also it's a lot more simple for me to just have a look at the recent mods and whoops, get ready to go. So that's what we're gonna do. And there's not too many mods this week. In the past couple of weeks we had about 15 of them, and not as many this week. Not to mention a couple of mods are actually, I mean, they are registered as new mods, but are actually older mods that have been split. Let's go through it, shall we? By the way, is the music in the background not too loud? Is that okay for you guys? Just let me know. Hey Merlord, you're here. It works. I did test it, and that's why it's there, because I was not able to showcase it. Well, showcase is a big word. I was not able to try it last week. How you doing, Merlord, by the way? So, this one was actually... Hey! Whoa. Hey. Tsunami, I hope you don't mind if I call you Tsunami. Welcome, and thank you so much for the follow. Alright. So, where was I? Automated ammo equipped by Merlord. Right here. Tsunami is just fine. That works. And we have a host as well. You haven't had much time to mod recently, but hopefully this weekend you'll get back into it. Oh, tell me. I was like, oh, I'm, basically on sick leave. I don't have too much work just yet. I can do loads of modding, and I didn't. I just didn't manage. Such is life, such is life. So, we are going to look at automated ammo equip that was released last week, but I didn't have the updated version of the script extender. Even though it comes now packaged with a... By the way, let's clean this up. It now comes packaged with a very handy... Let me show you Morrowind test, that's where we are. With a very handy updater. That is right here. So I'll have to remember every once in a while to run it to make sure that the latest mods work. So while this is happening, we're gonna have a look at that. And the principle of this mod is actually very simple, and that's the sort of mod that you've always wanted but you didn't think it was possible. Essentially, whenever you equip your bow or your crossbow, you do not have to manually grab the arrows or the bolts so that you can shoot. We'll try it right away. It's beautiful, it works. I know, I've tested it. This mod, Guard Diversity Improved, that's a mod by Syrian Warlord. Actually, last week he had one mod released that was Guard Diversity Improved and Classes Expanded. Hey Zeriva! Yeah, do sing your song. Zeriva recorded that himself and sent it to... No, he didn't. Welcome back, Zeriva. Morning! Yay! So now we know who are the true fans, right? So these two mods, we're not going to look at them in great detail. Let me zoom in so you can at least read that while I'm talking. There's a bunch of new classes and they're quite interesting. We'll have a look at them when we create a character. It's a good mod. I've installed it again. I want to make sure it's cleaned this time. So these two mods are by the same person. Last week it was released as one mod, and they've been split into two different mods, which honestly makes sense because you might want the classes or the guards without, you might want one without the other. So there we go. And these, we did have a look and it worked. I'll install it so as we walk across the city we'll have a good look at the guards. This is registered as a new mod, however, just as it says, it's a re-upload. Mad Leveler is, yes, Matt Muggsy and the Matt Leveler team. That's a very, very old leveling mod, and I used to like it a lot. I used to use it a lot. I preferred it to Galicia Character Development, I think, GDC. So we're gonna have to learn things, learn skills, and see how it works. But essentially, as you play the game, you don't do any of that. You know, where you go, oh, I'm gonna train this minor skill so that I can get extra points in agility and blah blah blah. As your skill improve, I don't remember the exact calculation, but for every, I don't know, 3 points you get in a skill, you get +1 to that attribute. That's very generous. I hope it's less than that. Let's tell Messenger to be quiet, shall we? There we go. So an old mod, a nice one. The only thing, yeah, that's the important thing. If you have MCP, which you absolutely should, I completely agree, we're gonna have to make sure we do not have the restore fortify attribute option fix. And most people tend to have that fix on all the time. That's one of the reasons why I tried other leveling mods. We then have improved hand-to-hand and an armored skill. That's a mod by Zonk. Let's have a quick look. That is a first submission. I'm so glad every week we have first submission, so that's, you know, very encouraging for an older mod. I like that. So what it does is increase the effectiveness of the hand-to-hand and an armored skill. Do we get a little more information? It scales much better in the early and late game, dealing slightly more fatigue damage and much greater health damage when the opponent is knocked unconscious. And an armored gives more defense by slightly increasing its multiplier. There's been a bunch of mods for hand-to-hand, including those that, you know, just increase the damage you do, or replacing the fatigue damage by and add health damage. Which reminds me, hydrate, thank you. If you say Zeriver, if you say pinky up, I become, you know, self-conscious, and I'm not gonna have the pinky up, sorry. Let's have a look at the good old mods. See, there we go. Hand-to-hand improvement increases the damage that you do. There's a bunch of mods that do that. There's a couple of them. Aha, that's the one. That's the one I need to try for my shaman. Hand-to-hand combat have always bothered me. That's it. If you punch someone in heavy armor, you have a chance to break your hand. I'm definitely gonna have to try that one with my shaman. Up. I'm downloading it for myself so I don't forget it. And let's get back to things. Alright, we'll try this one. I think personally I wouldn't use it because I'm not sure it's very balanced. My shaman character is level 20 now. I do have skill uncaps, and her hand-to-hand skill is 130, something ridiculous like that. And I'm starting to think that hand-to-hand is actually OP. So this would make it even stronger, so maybe not for me, but we'll try it. This is a mod I've been looking forward to trying out. Gavrilo has been super busy in the last few months, releasing a bunch of mods that I want to use, starting with Imperial Legion expansions, a lot of quests, and it's so rare. No, it's not so rare, but I feel, okay, let me rephrase that. I feel personally that modders that do quests, things involving dialogues, tend to not get as much love as people who do replacers, like graphic replacers. A beautiful graphic replacer is a lot of work. I mean, I'm not saying it's just, oh, they're just, you know, doing 3 clicks in Photoshop. No, it's a lot of work. But they become instant hot files. A mod that adds quest is an insane amount of work. You need to write the dialogue. There's so much work to do to playtest the mod and everything, and Gavrilo has done lots and lots and lots of things with dialogues. So extra quest for the Imperial Legion. I haven't had a chance to play them, so I can't, I can't speak about the mod. Imperial Noble Titles, I did play that one, I like it, and it's been updated where now people are going to recognize your Imperial title. I like that. The Fires of Orc I haven't tried, but again, quest mod, nice. Long Live the King or the Queen, this one I've tried as well, and essentially when you play the Tribunal quest, you have a chance. It takes work, it takes time, but you can actually get rid of the king and become the new king or the new queen of Morrowind, which I think is cool because, let's face it, Heroleth, not a big fan. This one, oh I see, it's a joke mode, I haven't tried it. Liberate Morrowind, I haven't tried it. I'm actually waiting for the other chapters, basically. Nationalist Nerevarin, brilliant. Fargoth in Distress, I haven't tried it. I stayed away from it. But you see, all kinds of quest mod, including quite a few that are going to make questing more interesting. The main quest more interesting, who doesn't want that? Vampire Hunters, I put it in my mod list. And now we have no more Dr. Nerevarin. And that's the mod again we never knew we wanted. Upon catching a disease, you will no longer know its type. You will have to visit a healer or try medicine randomly to get cured. And that's brilliant. Normally you're fighting, I think yesterday I was fighting a Nyx Hound or a Koguti, and say, you caught the yellow tick disease. And then I can just visit a random shrine or use a random cure disease potion. How does it even make sense that one potion is going to cure every disease? So now that's not the case. So looking forward to trying this one out. We're gonna have to get diseased. We'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna make a Bosmer character. Or Argonians resist diseases as well. We'll be careful. So, the simple mod aims to add another layer of realism to the game. The player will not be able to diagnose himself or herself as soon as the disease is contracted. All the common and blight disease are simply replaced by the name disease. Wow, you don't even know if it's blight. In the message box that pops up, but all that will be seen is you have contracted a disease. Magic effect, the UI will be listed as a disease in the symptoms. There's no cheating around that one, I think. If you want to get cured, you can either try medicine randomly or go to a healer, apothecary, and tell him or her your symptoms. He will examine you and will have the opportunity to buy the medicine through dialogue. Non-professional NPCs, those that are not healers or healer services, will not be able to diagnose you either. Makes sense. Though I would quite like your restoration skill to do something with that. But that's the last paragraph. Naturally, let me go up. Naturally, if you play a healer character, this mod would make no sense. Sadly, I could not solve it, so all I can recommend is that you should not run this mod if you have a healer character. Only if you have a character from some other class. It would be absolutely brilliant if the mod was dependent on your restoration skill. My lord, if you have a scripting idea about that, go for it. Septim Gold and Dwemer Dumax, which is a mod in itself, and this time we have an open Morrowind patch. So Kindy made a patch for Static Nations Replacer for the Septims and the Dwemer coins. This is not something we're going to try because I don't have Open Morrowind, but apparently because of the way Open Morrowind renders everything, the coins have a very, very, very shiny look, and with this patch, they don't. Ta-da! Magic. So that's something you might want to try if you're using Open Morrowind. Then we have Pete the goat, that has given us a UI, well, a collection of UI modes. A collection of UI modes, including source files. Magnum menu buttons. A set of aesthetically pleasing extra large button textures for Morrowind script extended quick start. Main menu wider texture. We're definitely gonna have to check the MCP. Now, Open Morrowind is a rewrite of the Morrowind game using it's a new engine, and specifically what it does is it uses the assets of Morrowind to essentially run Morrowind. That's a non-techie explanation for you. The advantage is that it runs beautifully on Linux. Otherwise, as far as I know, if you want to play Morrowind, it's a PC only game, so you have to have an emulator for Windows, or I don't know how you do on Linux actually. So nowadays, when we look at mods, they are mods that run specifically for Open Morrowind, or they are regular mods that may or may not be compatible with Open Morrowind. It is getting a little complicated to keep track. Me, I'm just running the basic Morrowind, which is the same as you're running when you play Morrowind. By the way, how are you doing with your Morrowind game? I know you played it once and I missed your stream. Morrowind code patch. I'm gonna have a look straight away because otherwise I just might forget. Code patch, there you are. Yeah. Okay, and in the code patch there's two things we need to do. We need to have, I believe, in the visual, maybe not. Mod specific. No. In the bug fixes, we don't want to have the one for 45 because that's not going to work with Mad Leveler. Delayed space crash, summon creature crash fix, initiating that time. I'm not going to find it. It's going to take forever to go through it. You played a little. You managed to get to level 3. Woohoo! But you've been playing mostly off stream. And you know what? I think it's a good idea. Like, I don't know. Discovering Morrowind is the first time playing Morrowind is such a unique experience. It's good to keep it to yourself. But no, seriously, I have to find. Let's get serious. Multiple summon overlap fix. Okay, I have that. The weapon, sneaking, shield save. What was the problem with telekinesis? MCP fixes things that you didn't know were broken. Maybe it's not a bug fix. Maybe it's a game mechanic. I was wondering why I don't have swift casting. That was because of Frostwind. You've been doing the Fighters Guild and the Thieves Guild quest. Well, it's just that takes a lot of time. And how about the main quest? I mean, the main quest is nice the first time you do it. Veloci you made a pilgrim class and you just finished the 7 Graces quest for the first time. I have done that quite recently as well. No. No, it's not a 45 maximum health that I need to disable. Darn. Separate. I need to find the one about 45 attribute and large menu, main menu, wider texture. We'll find it. It's kind of hard to do when I'm talking to you at the same time. It's something else. In in one of my permadeath game, we had a level 1, what was it? He was a witch hunter, but he was a teenager, and he was a Vivek fan. So the only thing we wanted to do was join the temple. We did the 7 graces at level 1 and it was a pacifist run. So we did have a few summons, but that was it. That was very, very scary. It's nice to play it on my own and not use up so much energy, right? It's like, because you need to concentrate so much, it's actually pretty exhausting. You were level 2. Well, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay. You find the pilgrim class to be very slow leveling. I've never played a pilgrim per se. Why did we go for witch hunter? We went for witch hunter because one of the conditions for the game was to be a pacifist. So I needed to have conjuration quite high from the beginning. Interface. That's where we're gonna find the large main menu wider texture. No. That's good to have. Unrestrict menu size. That's not it, I don't think. Oh, I want the ownership tooltip. Thank you. Okay, I'm not seeing it. It should be at the bottom. At the bottom of bug fixes. Because right now the bottom I have these. At the bottom of bug fixes we have load warning fix. Anyway, I have those ticked already. Or maybe not. Alright, I think this one I have it ticked. We'll see as soon as we start the game. The one that is important... Restore Fortify attribute option. The Restore Fortify attribute, that's something we absolutely don't want. Oh, well, hopefully I have it. We'll see it as soon as we start the game. Game mechanics. Restore Fortify attribute. Scream if you see it. I mean, I can do that, but it doesn't make the font any bigger, so it's not gonna help you. But scream if you see it. Restore Fortify attribute. We don't want that. I'm not seeing it. Resolution fix, script, expression, parser fix. Yeah, good. Good to have that. There we go. I think this is it. Restore drain attribute fix. This is it. Yes, I am using the beta version, which might be why things are a little different. I think this is the one. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. So this, we should be ready to test that. We'll find out as soon as we start. This one, I'm pretty looking forward to trying it out. A mod by Ito Puritikiti. Wow, Puritikiti, there we go. Dagoth Or's Citadel rework. And the idea is to make it feel more, essentially more evil, with more 6th house presence. We're not going to look too much at the screenshots, otherwise, you know, that's going to spoil the effect. But, let's see. I always felt the 6th house presence in Dagoth Or's Citadel was underwhelming. And I would agree with that. Like, vanilla Ghost Vance area. The volcano itself was very simple, having little six present other than maybe a couple of ghouls. I added more to it and the blight cloud is now much bigger. I also decided to touch up on Odrosol and Veminon. Interior or exterior? Interiors as well. That's important because if you are using Darknut Greater Dwemer Ruins, that is not gonna work unless you have Darknut's mod later in the mod list. You'd have to check for conflict. The place should be by far much harder. Six house creatures are everywhere, and I think Ur is smart enough to cover himself with 6. What does that mean? Either as protection or to drive out. I think they're meant to put lots of 6 house creatures around. I also felt like Keening and Sunder heavily needed protection since his goal is to protect them against any outsider anyway. So getting Keening and especially Sunder should be much more difficult. Why not, but how? I reworked the area. The main focus was Dagoth or Citadel, but Odrosol and Anna. Many more enemies, inner facilities much more dungeon-like. Also add missing Dagoth into the dungeon. The overall goal was a more immersive experience. This is moderately basic mods. I did not touch any script or graphics, nor did I add any custom assets. Should work with Open Morrowind. Alright. We'll have to test that. I think I'm gonna have to go in God mode in there because my level 1 character, it's just not gonna be able to do much. But looking forward to trying this one out. That could be a good alternative to Darknut's mod if you've already played it, or if you don't have the courage, you know, to face all the traps that are in there. You could go for that. We have Hope's Fire Glow. Allows Hope's Fire to act as a torch when drawn, illuminating the particle effects of the blade and casting ambient lighting around the player, just like True Flame does. True Flame was very, very handy. The one time I was in the Clockwork City, I was using True Flame as a torch. And apparently vanilla, that's the way it is. Which is not much. And now like that. For this mod, we're going to cheat a little bit because we're not going to play the whole of the Tribunal quest. You know, just to get the 2 swords, that would be crazy. So we'll just place the 2 swords in Seidanin, just like, you know, a first time cheat mod. Just put the god items in Seidanin so we can actually have a look. As usual, we're gonna put them close to the captain. He's used to keeping all the artifacts for us. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna move you a little bit, thank you. Weapon. We want Hope's Fire. Sword of Almalexia. Ooh, well, that particle effect is very effective. And True Flame. I believe this is the one we want. Good, our level 1 character is gonna be, you know, equipped with the best swords ever. Save. We got our swords. Alright. Then we have an Open Morrowind exclusive. So this one just is not gonna work at all for us, but it's quite interesting. It gives the Almalexia cast animation to the Argonian and the Khajiits, even though we have on the screenshots we seem to only have come on internet, you can do it. There we go. Come on. There we go. The Almalexia casting animation. Alright, So good for people who actually have open Morrowind. I'm in office. Who has released quite a few mods. I mean, 4 of them. But only 2 for Morrowind. Okay, and that's it. We've had a look at all of them. You go away. You go away, thank you. You go away. Alright. So, swords, we want to have this activated. It's gonna have a little dirty reference, but never mind. We keep that, we keep that. My whip, no. Alright, Mad Leveler comes with a bunch of ESPs, which is one of the other reasons why other people or some people don't want to use it, because at some point when you mod your game you get close to the 253 ESPs, and this one is going to take quite a few, but we don't need all of them. It needs a patch for Illuminated Order, love this mod by the way, for Lichcraft, but we don't have them, and Assassin Armory that adds a whole bunch of weapons. Yeah, now you're not an NY anymore. That's a good thing. I am going to activate the werewolf and the vampire cap remover, even though we're not going to have time to become either, but never mind. Quest cap remover, remove stats skills caps from quest which reward you by using the layer. Okay, good, we wanted of it. The Ceridian skills is optionals. It actually, let me see what that, can I make that bigger for you? No, not really, so no points. It actually changes the skills and the attributes that they're connected to. So in vanilla, when you have the spear, it's an endurance skill. Now it becomes a strength skill. Acrobatics was strength, it becomes now speed. So that's a matter of taste, really. I'm not gonna change that. I'll be an NY till the day I die. Deep in your heart. We all are. Mad skills. That is almost the same as that. Spear, endurance strength, acrobatic strength, speed. Yes, it's the same changes to the attributes that are connected with the skills. However, this one, you get 1 point of luck for every 30 skill points. And I like that, actually. I always feel that luck is neglected. That's why I usually pick luck as one of my favorite attributes, because I know it's not gonna get any love afterwards. And this one, stat increase slowed to 1 for 4 skill points. Thank you so much for the follow, Velocicappa. Really appreciate it. Welcome. I mean, these two are optional anyway. Mad health, you get health for every point of endurance automatically, so you don't need to level up and then your the game looks at your endurance and say, okay, now your health is that much. That happens as you go along, which is nice. I quite like that. Mad caps, the caps is 4,000 for most, but only 1,000 for strength and 200 for speed and athletics. Why not? I think a cap remover is just enough. That put the caps at 1,000 for everything. Let's face it, from the moment your character has reached the skills more than 100 and the attributes, you're a god. Whether you can go to 1,000 or 4,000 or 200 doesn't make a big difference, I think. But you can choose the one you want. Obviously, you don't want to have both. They're not gonna work. I mean, the first one is going to be cancelled by the second one, rather. Spell effects shows 45 spell effects when your stats or skills increase above the 100 cap. Yes, we want that. And base, we absolutely need it. So for the sake of testing, we're gonna have the basic cap remover, we're gonna have the mad health, and I would love to see my luck improve, but I don't think we're gonna level up enough. And I was actually right. For every 3 skill points you get 1 attribute. And when you level up, you just have a ×1 for whatever skill. I'm wondering if that's a little OP. Might be a little OP, in which case I would lean towards this one to slow down the rate at which your stats increase. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go and see if everything is clean. We are already in data file, and we use a TS3 command. I have my little bat file ready. It's just going to look at everything that I've selected. It's gonna clean everything. Ow, 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 ow. Dagoth ore. Alright. Let me just take a quick note. Leveler was cleaned. Hand to hand. We had a GMST, but fun armored based. I am not sure if with hand to hand it was not intentional to use the GMST, because it's one that is going to modify the armor and it's supposed to improve the unarmored, so maybe this one doesn't need to be cleaned. Let me see if it said anything in the readme. There we are. Yes, there was no readme. That's it's essential. I'm guessing that this mod modifies the GMST on purpose. In which case, there should be a readme that says, don't clean me, because it's going to change everything. So hand to hand, I'm not sure. Dagoth ore reworked really needs to be cleaned. We have lots of dirty references. That's what we talked about last time. These are dirty references. These are cells where something was moved but not moved, and it's a dirty reference. Guards. GMSTs and guards diversified. Come on. I already told you last week. My sword, that's normal. Okay. Let's do this. Let's have a look. So, what do we want to do? We want a monk character so we can try the hand to hand. We don't want someone who resists diseases, otherwise we won't be able to test all of it. I'm gonna have to take notes of everything we need to do so that we test everything. We're gonna try our bows and arrows. So we want a monk that's good with arrows. We're gonna have a look in cities to have a look at the guards. We're gonna look at the classes. We're gonna try to level up as fast as possible. We are going to use someone with hand to hand. We want to get ill. We're gonna be seeking out diseased creatures. That might be difficult. The menu, will see it straight away. Then we want to go to Dagoth ore. We want to check the swords. And that's it. Okay. Not too many things to do today. We'll manage. Let's do this. Alright. First thing first, did I actually tick what I needed to take for the wider menu? I didn't put the windowed mod. Yes, I did. Good. Yeah. No, I didn't. Yep. So whatever option I needed in MCP, I did not find it. We're gonna have to look back and find that again. We have new load option credit, and I don't have the quick start. I mean, that's fine. I have a mod that does that. So we're gonna have to look in MCP again. Fortunately, I have skipped tutorial. There we go. You're not an NY anymore. Quick start. Tester. Do you resist diseases? No. Brilliant. But be a girl. Alright. Let's have a look at some of the new classes. The burglar and no, the berserker was definitely one. And then most of, I mean, you know, the classes, the custom classes, you could always argue, oh, a berserker, why would you use this? Why would you not? Onion, hey, welcome back. You made it in the morning. That's, wow. That's something special. How are you? So that's what I said last week about the classes. If you actually don't want to think of classes and what would a pirate use, and how would I fight as a pirate, and what would be my strengths as a pirate, then this mod is fine. I really do like it, and pirate was good. For now, if I take monk, I'm gonna have hand-to-hand and armored, and some marksman. We're gonna go with that for our sanity. It's your birthday this week. You're at home. Well, you celebrate your birthday in style. You take a week off. That's pretty cool. Hurry and send the presents though. Would a really long Oblivion streams on Saturday work? Okay. Okay, we have the two swords. And True Flame, we're gonna have to go in a tomb or something. I'm trying to bribe you. No, I'm trying to please you. That's different. Most likely it would. Because I'm not asking for anything in return, am I? Alright, to actually test the sword. Woo, well, that's bright. I mean, we can already tell. Even though it's already well lit in here. We'll go in a tomb. That's where we can see properly. We want to go straight to... Yes. Thank you. We want to go straight to Balmora. Get ourselves a bow, crossbow, bolts, and arrows. I'm gonna have just enough money. I'm gonna have to give myself lots of money anyway. For the sake of testing the game, okay? Not for the sake of cheating. Yes, Morrowind has everything, right? Add item. Oh crap, no, that's... And let's make myself really rich. Oh crap, I do player... Oh crap, player add item. I decided to switch things around. There we go. Clearly, we didn't get that that right. Getting bows and crossbows. I'm gonna go straight to the Razor Hall because I'm not sure that he's got what we want. Guard variety, kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's very subtle, especially with Lalu, because they just have different bone mold armor, and the clothes don't really show. Hello, Thoric. I need a crossbow, I need a bow, I need bolts. Sure, silver, I can afford it. And steel. Thank you. Not even going to argue. Barter. Yeah, Onion, I know. Player add septims. I guess that could be fun if I had a command that was a long convoluted line that looks like coding. Alright, right now I have a bow. I haven't equipped the arrows, but I can already shoot. Ta-da! And then I take the crossbow and I can already shoot. It didn't work, Onion. I don't know. Something wrong with the Morrowind engine. The add septims command doesn't work. So there you have it. Switching back. Let's see if I can buy some enchanted arrows as well. It must have worked. It must have worked, Onion, clearly. Hey, Static Omega, nice to see you again. From the description, Merlord, I remember there was actually a priority that who's gonna have enchanted arrows? Apart from the skeleton in the tomb close to Pelagiad. We might have to go there. Do you have enchanted arrows? I don't know. You have enchanted stuff. Not arrows. Fine, we'll go to Pelagiad. We'll go to Pelagiad and we'll go to the tomb and we'll kill the skeleton and we get the viper arrows that it's got, I think. So auto ammo works like a charm. Brilliant. We want to go to a dark place for that. Bow and arrows checked. How am I gonna get a disease? How? It's the sort of thing that happens, you know, when you're playing the game and you get a disease and you go, and now that I want to get the disease, I'm sure there's a console command for it, but I don't know it. Open a diseased rat. I'm just gonna have to find. There should be one down Odai River. Oh crap. I left too fast. Close to Balmora. I'm gonna go get myself some enchanted arrows. Alright. We'll teleport back to Balmora. I'm gonna get myself the enchanted arrows, and also in the tomb we should see we should be able to have a better idea of how bright Hope's Fire is compared to True Flame. Should be a mod that gives you splinter infection when you loot all the boxes in I like that. I mean, it would be reasonably easy to do, I think. Hello, Quillate Man, welcome back. I think if you would have to put a script to the containers that makes it so that when you open them you have an ever slight chance of getting a splinter. But then with open container, it's gonna be in the small Ashland Pass. Wow, Hope's Fire is really bright. And True Flame is not showing a lot. Now that mod, let me switch back. Is that showing? No, it's not. Let me hide Morrowind for a second. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. It actually has 2 ESPs for you to choose from. And it's not showing. I promise there were 2 ESP to choose from. Oh, that's not the one. Sorry, that's the one. There it is. And I only installed this one. That makes Hopefire work like after the Falling Mage. Alright, okay, that's not too far. We'll find it. But there is also this one that also makes True Flame brighter. So I didn't think I would want it, but there we go. But seeing how they are quite different, yes, we're good. How the brightness is really quite different between one and the other. Like True Flame is almost too dark. Yes, there's this thing where I'm actually not good at anything. My endurance, Grave Curse, has already... Yes, I'm really not good at anything. Except hand to hand. I don't have the fatigue indicator. It's kind of hard to judge. If the damage is greater or not. I think for this one we'll have to have a look in the construction set to see how much more damage we have. You know what, I'm gonna do even worse than that. What did I do? I don't know how to kill the ghost. I don't cheat enough. Okay, I'm going to ignore you. Now, you, ideally, I knock you down so I can get your arrows and get out of there. That's the idea. My hand-to-hand improved. Stop shooting arrows, damn you. I could place the rat. I'm fine. I'm gonna find it. Oh, my monk is having a hard time. Oh, come on, guys. One at a time. It doesn't seem to be using enchanted arrows on me, though. So maybe it doesn't have them. There it is, using them. Okay, how did I not? Set health 0? No. No, I put the 2 for no reason. And it doesn't have enchanted arrows, thank you. Alright, Hop's fire is really, really very bright. Much brighter than True Flame ever was, for that matter of fact. As a matter of fact. Yes. Yes, because I need it. I think it's just that True Flame, the radius is really, really quite small. Okay, let's go get ourselves a rat. Can I open a diseased rat forever and ever until I'm ill? I like vanilla textures. As long as you don't, you know, walk up to them. Then yes, they're a little bit blurry. But if you take a step back, they're really quite nice. Ah, that's brilliant. I see, you don't want me to just go and look for it. But that one, I'm gonna have to kill it. Oh no, I'm gonna have to let it attack me until I'm diseased. Place at PC. We don't have to have the quotation mark. 1111 for the position. Oh, you have contracted a disease. I hope you could see it and I was not hiding it. But you have contracted a disease with a capital A, and now I have a disease. I would remove the capital A. It stands out a little bit. All right, we now have a disease. We need to find a healer. Thank you, Ratty. Thank you for the console command as well. The alchemist. No. Nelkari is an alchemist, not an apothecary. Ajira is an alchemist service. I'm not sure that's gonna work. Let's find out. And the orc. I was just looking to see if people were telling me you should find a healer. Hey, Chthonian, good morning. Okay. Ha, okay, so she is an apothecary service. Are you saying that you might have a disease? That's for me to determine. What are your symptoms? I feel bad. Can I have a look? The healer examines you. Based on what I see and what you've told me, a healer, indeed. 4-1, thank you so much for the follow. It's a healer. Not that sort of healer, Onion, I'm sorry. It's just a common disease. Luckily, I have potions for that. For 20 gold, I can sell you one. Are you interested? Ow. Yes, thank you. Ah, okay. Fine. So it tells you have a disease. It doesn't tell you if it's a common disease or a blight disease. And then you need to talk to a healer who's going to tell you, oh, it's a common disease. I wish you would tell me the name of it. Because now I will never see, ataxia, yellow tick, and other fanciful names. Goodbye. So a disease is now gone. Yeah, it would be really, really nice if there was a way to have potions, like really one potion that would heal each one disease in particular. Hey, Julian, hello. Morrowind is going fine. We're just looking at mods. We're just testing them. But it's going great, thank you. It's nice to see you here. How are you doing? Maybe he's a scammer selling fake cures. No. However, my endurance is still down because of the grave curse, I think. Well, we have tested the diseases. I would have loved, absolutely would have loved to have one particular, that the diagnostic would actually tell me this is the disease and this is a potion for this disease. Because Now, even if you don't go and see a healer, well, the worst you can do is you're gonna waste a potion of cure common disease, and if that doesn't work, you're just gonna have to find for one for blight disease. I like it. I like it. It's definitely a good improvement. I'm sure there's more that can be done with the diseases. You're doing well. How am I? I'm doing great. Tuesdays are very, very chill. It's the morning, so I got my cappuccino, looking at mods, talking about mods, and I'll be working on it later in the afternoon. So it's very nice, very, very chill. What's new with you? It's been a while since I paid you a visit. I'm terribly sorry. But I've seen you've been doing very long streams. Alright, diseases tested. City guards, we'll have a look at them again. Swords, we looked at them. The classes, we had a quick look, but honestly we had to look at them last week, so MCP didn't work. We still need to go and see Dagoth Ore Fortress, so that's gonna be interesting. Onion, you weren't here yesterday. Zeriver was on fire. Like, he had a jackpot, and immediately after that a super jackpot. We were considering hydrating, thank you. We were considering calling him the new Onion. There was a debate, and then we decided not to. Alright, we want to go to... Is Ghostgate actually a region? Yes, it is. Oh, brilliant. Mods with rigged options. By the way, also just yesterday, the rigged command was working again. How is your day going so far? Did you say you were working later? Yes, indeed I am. I teach lessons in the afternoon. Well, it depends. Really, it's in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, essentially when I'm not streaming. I'm still invincible. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, approaching Dagoth Ore's fortress. French lessons. I don't mind. In another secret life, I teach French. I torture my students. It's always a lot of fun. Sorry, we're just really interested in in getting to Dagoth Ore. We will look at his fortress. We're not going to look at the other two. We're going to take a shortcut as well. Most of the people here already know. Is that the one? We'll see. So it's not a secret. There's worse secrets about me. Lies that people like to spread. No, this is not the fortress. Odrosal. Really, we need to go further. Just for the sake of keeping the beautiful sound of a cliff racer. No, okay. The sound is not beautiful. Let's not kid ourselves. Crap. I removed the collision mod. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to kill it instantly. Grumbledong, hello, the beautiful son of a cliff racer. It's the first time you hear that. You must have been watching the wrong streams. Or people not playing Morrowind. Anyone playing Morrowind would agree. That sound when they go, yeah, yeah. Yes, the sound when they die. Okay, this... I don't think this is Dagoth War. We'll see. How you doing, Grumbledunk? Red Mountain region, absolutely. This particular area is quite nice. Very, very vertical. I like it. And that is a true blight, where we see nothing. Dagoth Ore outer facility. That's where we're going. Somehow. It's foggy enough to be Shanghai. I'll take your word for it. I've never been to Shanghai. Where is... Oh, I'm flying. This is where we're going. Hello. Okay. Alright, this is the entrance. Buddy. This is the entrance. And there was a lever somewhere. There? Yes. The first time I looked for it for minutes. Like an idiot. Actually, we want to have a look outside. Annoyed and stressed out because of civil defense stuff messing up with my regular life. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear. Me, I'm good. Can't complain. Nothing, you know, nothing messing up my life. Okay, let's kill you so we can have a good look around. Now I keep seeing, yes, that. And that is a problem, and that's probably added by the Dagoth Ore mod. Let's check it. This is the one, this is what adds the Blight Storm. When you're in the construction set and you want to add... Oh, Shraz, thank you so much for the host. And how are you, Shraz? In the construction set, when you... Hey, Skink! I mean, I will do Ori, but I'm certain that it's the... Yeah, it's the Dagoth Ore rework. Clearly. How you doing, Skink? What a shitty time to stream. You're welcome. I mean, guys, there are 3 people that complain the most about me streaming in the morning. Skink, Zeriva, Onion. And all 3 of you showed up, so I don't know. Yes. So as I was explaining, in the construction set, when you want to put a flame, a fog, usually any sort of animated object like that, because the object itself moves around, there is either a big fat pink rectangle or a triangle. You're overheated. Oh, I'm sorry, Skink. It's pretty cool so far. Can't complain. Work sucks. The weather. I got that. Work is amazing. We love working. I mean, I genuinely do. So what he should have done is lower it down, because this thing, you see it in the construction set, but why would you ever imagine that it's gonna show in the game? And it does. Okay, let's ignore it and have a look at how this has been reworked. I think those vents have been added. No, not this one. This one was probably added. I don't remember seeing quite as many vents. But then again, it's not like I've done the main quest that often. Yeah, that ash cloud should be lower. Then of course it wouldn't be right in our faces, but you know. This is a mod called Daggett Ore Reworked that adds more six house elements outside Daggett Ore Fortress, but also inside. And we're gonna have a look inside now. Why are those named? You know, I know they are activators, but they don't need to have a name. That's definitely not what I said. Definitely not. Okay, this time let's go in. Quick, 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 quick. There we go. And I have the perfect tunnel light. So, yes, there seems to be more enemies. It doesn't feel very six-housey, though. I was expecting... I mean, there are more creatures, fine. But I was expecting some of the six-house, you know, the altars. I don't know, why do I pick it up? I don't need it. Okay, more of these, for example. Again. What? Skink, you're saying 48 hours of that shitty game. Okay, now wait, let me move and kill this thing because the spell effect is just annoying. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. So let me catch up with the chat. 48 hours of that shitty game, you cruel, cruel man. Yes, but it's gonna be his birthday, so we will see and do a little more Oblivion. You're absolutely sure. So you're absolutely sure, Onion, that it's Oblivion. You'd watch a 48 hours of Skyrim too, but that's a terrible time. Not to mention, I think I've messed up my Skyrim install because I wanted to try Mod Organizer 2 and I installed the Morrowind plugin. And now I can't start it for my Skyrim install. But Onion, if I get to fix my Skyrim install, how about a Skyrim stream on Saturday? Would you prefer that even to an Oblivion stream? Well, that would be quite special, just for you. Is there a command to turn off AI so the creatures don't bug you? Ty, really? Thank you. Maybe tentative. And now you're just staring at me with your one eye. All right, so I don't know. I would say this works quite nicely if you are doing the main quest and you are going to, you know, explore Daggett Ore Citadel. Hello, you poor man. Would you look at that? but you don't want a challenge, you know, something as challenging as Darknet's Greater Dwemer Ruins, but you still want a challenge. I think this might be quite a good alternative. On the other hand, that's a mod that needs cleaning. It really needs cleaning. It has all kinds of dirty references. No GMSTs, but dirty references. Good mod this week. Well, you know what? Let me see. We had a look at the guards. We've had a look at all the mods. This I need to. It's my fault. I couldn't find the option in MCP. Let me put back the display. And there. So definitely good mod, already added to my mod list. That automated ammo equip works easy. The weapon is actually vanilla. It's Hope's Fire. It's this weapon. It's possibly one of the best weapons in the game. And what this mod does, it makes it, because the weapon has that effect, and it looks like it should cast some light, but it doesn't, so the mod makes it cast some light, which is great. You can use it as a torch. Not great if you want to sneak on your enemies, I think. It's a matter of taste. So automated ammo equip works beautifully. Thank you, Merlord. Already added to my shaman and my permadeath game. Guards diversity improved works. For example, the Lalu guards, they have random clothes. To be fair, you don't see much of it. So it's such a subtle, you know, you're going to see just a little bit of the shirt, and one guard is going to be brown, the other one is going to be red. It's so subtle, I'm not sure you're going to see it. And I do believe that most people are going to use... No, that one. Nazox, that completely changes the guards, including their faces, because Imperial guards, they all have the same one face. They're all clones. It's very scary. Personally, I think I will stick to this one. But if you want a change, I would recommend this one. It's clean. It works. The Telvanni, no, it's the Redoran that are more visible because they have different kinds of helmets, so that really shows. The Lalu guards, you see the clothes, we don't really see it. The weapons, we only see it when they fight. I would add, and I think that's what Nazox mod, it adds quivers to the archers, for example, so they, like, visually, even if they're not fighting, you know they're different. But why not? It's an alternative to Nazox guards mod, I think. Don't think I have the guard overhaul when I can enslave them. Sure, you can enslave them with Vampire Embraced. Have your own personal bodyguards. And then if you're super evil, you can force the Telvanni guards to work with the Imperial guards. And that's a new height of cruelty. Class expanded, needs to be cleaned. That was the one with the GMSTs, but the classes are well done. I think they're quite interesting. I like the pirate. The pirate makes sense. If I ever was to make a character that's more of a sea adventurer, I think I would make a pirate similar to that one, or just use that one. We had a look at Mad Leveler. Well, we did not really have a look, did we? Let me go back in the game. And I'm gonna learn skills. I'm gonna pay for my skills, so we can see how Mad Leveler works. It used to be my favorite. We don't want to see the display. We want to see Morrowind. Thank you. There we go. It used to be my favorite because your attributes... Let's get out of there, because now I don't have the god mode. I don't have anything. They're gonna kill me like that. You know. Oh crap. No, I'm good. I saw the spell effect. I thought I was gonna die anyway. Don't jump, or you'll be dead. No jumping. Take it easy, take it easy. Well done, me. Let's go get some training and see our skills improve. Oh, the Thieves Guild, why not? What are my skills? Sneak. My goodness. Ooh, what a face. I do like the vanilla textures, and I don't mind playing with vanilla textures, but faces and hair, no, I can't do it. Sneak is one of my main skills. I improved it twice, 4 times. Sorry. See, it's almost cold. My goodness, finally. Sneak is an agility. I am now at 39. My agility is 50. Let's have some block. Block is also one of my main skills. So we should level up. And block is what? Is it strength? Agility. Block is agility. Okay. Daniel, thank you. No. The London weather is lovely. But I got the window open. That's why. Daniel, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, where we are training in the most unnatural way. Sorry, buddy, can I have a room? Yes, thank you. And that's what happens when you level up. No matter what skills allowed you to level up, you always have the ×1 multiplier. But your attributes are going to increase with your skill, like organically, yeah, that's gonna work with your skills. Meaning you're free to put points in luck. Like normally I always want to put a little bit of luck, but then, you know, when you have a ×4 for strength, you go, I have to take it. So basically when you do level up, there isn't that much that happens, because things happen when you're playing. I didn't see any improvement with my other skills. What else do you train? Medium armor, that is one of my miscellaneous skills. Medium armor 5, and that's endurance. But my endurance is currently drained. We'll see how it goes. I think I remembered getting the message that told me when one of my attributes was increased. And I'm surprised I'm not getting it now. And my agility is not increasing either. It's just, that's not how I remember the mod. Any one of you tried it before? And I believe I did tick the right or untick the right option. There, it worked. Thanks, Onion. Your attribute have increased. By how much? Which attributes? This announcement is a little, you know, sketchy. Patchy. Both. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's working the way it should be. Some by a bit. There we go. Wasn't that hard? Okay, Right. Well, guys, that's it. We did have a look.